Hi guys, in today's discussion piece I'm going to discuss how 24's writers majorly messed up the final episode of 24 Live Another Day. Okay, to clarify, this is not a review of the episode overall. That will be coming at a later date. Today I'm just discussing the areas where the writers messed up. Okay, ironically, the writers' screw-ups didn't start until halfway through the episode, which is ironic, because they were only halfway to producing a golden hour and closing 24 Live Another Day in the right way. Okay, the problems start right around 10:30 p.m. Agent Morgan successfully rescued Audrey from the sniper, but then things went downhill extremely quick. Kate and her team are very slowly taking Audrey out of the park, and a second shooter comes out of nowhere and fires and kills two of Agent Morgan's team, and the shooter gets away. Kate turns and realizes Audrey has been hit, and despite her best efforts, Audrey dies. Okay, where do I start with what's wrong with this scene? The entire season, Agent Morgan has proven herself as a capable agent, and is definitely on par with Jack Bauer's capabilities. The Agent Morgan we know would not have been so careless. Agent Morgan, the second she secured Audrey, should have very quickly got Audrey the hell out of there, and also put a bulletproof vest on Audrey. The team should have formed a protective ring around Audrey and got her the hell out of there in a hurry. Even if another shooter showed up, Audrey would likely have been saved, and Agent Morgan, given her good marksmanship, should have been able to take out the shooter. The writers abandoned the character they created all season long and turned her into an incompetent agent. Audrey dying herself was another serious mistake. The reason the writers killed her was solely for the shock value, and while I won't deny it was a major shock indeed, the death of Audrey was just rehashing of older ideas from previous seasons. Also, frankly, given where Audrey was shot, she should have lasted longer than she did. The death of Audrey was a mistake, pure and simple. Agent Morgan calls Jack while he's on the mission and tells him that Audrey is dead. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can all see what's wrong with this picture. Why the hell would Kate Morgan call Jack and tell him the person he loves died while he's on a critical mission trying to stop World War III? Simple, the writers did this just so we could see the reaction from Jack and allow him to go on another rage killing spree. The Agent Morgan we have seen throughout the season would not have done something so stupid. Telling Jack when he's right in the middle of a mission that Audrey's dead, that could have gotten Jack killed. When Jack kills Chang, he simply cuts his head off with a samurai sword. Now don't get me wrong, it was a cool death, but you have to think, what would have been going through Jack's mind right before he killed Chang? He would be remembering the 20 months where Chang tortured him in China, as well as what he did to Audrey in the past, as well as the fact that Audrey was now dead because of Chang. Frankly, Jack should have wanted Chang to suffer. The very least Jack should have done was light Chang on fire and watch him burn to death. He would have suffered, which is what Chang deserved. Okay, now let's look at the ending. I'm not going to talk about anything with the President or Agent Morgan resigning, but instead when Jack turns himself over to the Russians. Okay, Jack turns himself over to the Russians in order for them to let Chloe go free. Jack and Chloe have a final minute together, then Jack surrenders to the Russians. The final ends with Jack in a helicopter being flown to Moscow, and then there's a silent clock. Okay, what's wrong with the ending? Well, everything. Jack being taken away by the Russians was a similar scenario to Jack being kidnapped by the Chinese in Season 5. Yes, it is different because it's Jack's choice, but it's still a rehashing of old ideas. The writers said they wanted the entire series to be different. Yes, keep the real-time format, but have all-around fresh material, and this ending was just reusing old ideas. The open ending was done by the writers, so there could be another season. But the facts are, even a happy ending for Jack does not mean that would have been the end for the series. In the end, as powerful as the final episode of 24 Live Another Day was, it was a disappointment. The writers betrayed everything they did throughout the season and created a final episode that was just a retelling of old ideas, all squeezed into one episode. The final episode should have ended very differently. Personally, I do feel Another series is indeed possible, but given the disappointing final episode, I don't know if they can really recover from this, unless the story is really good, or unless we're missing a piece of the story, and I say this because there was a 12-hour time jump. Please leave your comments, and if you liked the discussion piece, then please subscribe to my channel, and you can also find me on Twitter, or you can send me a private message on YouTube. I'll talk to you later. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.